Howdy and welcome back to Planet Coaster, partner. Today we're riding back into the western town to work on its train station. First up, we're clearing out the attempts from the last episode, wiping the slate clean, then we will be crafting the interior from scratch. Let's see how this turns out. The interior walls are being repositioned and redesigned to better align with the overall concept, making everything feel more logical and cohesive. As you can see here, and have seen before, I had several ideas for how to design this area. I started with public restrooms, then moved on to the concept of a bank. Initially, I considered just adding ATMs, but eventually I created a fictional bank for the space. Now that the bank is set up, it's time to work on the exterior of the station. The outer wall currently lets the roof shine through in places, which ruins the overall look of the station. Is it realistic for the restrooms to be located right in the middle of the station? Honestly, I have no idea. But for now, I can't seem to find a better spot. The pre-made benches are great, and I really like them, but inside the station building, I want to place additional benches in spots where the game won't let me. So I'll be adding some custom-made benches instead. From the Viking village of Berk, inspired by How to Train Your Dragon, I'm borrowing the lights and placing them in the western town. Not sure if it's visible in the recording, but somehow the brightness at night seems a bit higher than usual, which really threw me off. It bothered me enough that I decided to move on to other things for now. So, as you can see, I'm continuing to work on the train station building by adding signs and officially naming the western town Dusty Creek. No idea if a town with that name actually exists in real life. I got a little help from ChatGPT during the name selection process. A few signs and smaller details later, I continued working on the train station by adding windows and clocks inside the building. I also placed figures waiting for a Western train at the station to give the scene a more realistic touch. And on the other side, goods produced by the Western town will be stored, symbolizing trade and commerce in the area. Additionally, I wanted to connect the station with a switch for freight tracks, but unfortunately, in Planet Coaster 1, you can't resize objects. The tracks and trains available for decoration are disproportionately large, which made it difficult to implement this idea.